Before this video starts, make sure to subscribe to the main channel. Let's try and get to 200 subs by the end of 2022. What is up everyone, welcome back to another video on the second channel. Today we are going to be having a little reaction and a little look at Chesterfield's retained list for the 2021-22 season. I do apologise if I missed to comment on any players, if I do miss some. And if you do mention them in the comments, I will try and give my thoughts whether it's a good option for them to stay or go. Let's just jump straight into it. So the list of players that I'm about to read have been retained. Retained kind of means kept at the club. Scott Loach, Luke Kroll, Jeff King, Jamie Grimes, Tyrone Williams, Tom Whelan, Liam Mandeville, Joe Quigley, Kabongo Shamanga, Seydou Khan, Danny Rowe, Manny Oyeleka and Jack Clark. The main ones for me in that is definitely Joe Quigley, for sure. I think he has to go. He's not good enough in my opinion. And I really wanted Quigley to prove, for example, my dad wrong. But he just couldn't, he couldn't score at all really. And the other one I'm baffled at is the fact that Jamie Grimes is staying at the club. I thought he had a good spell in the end of the season, I'll admit that, but I just don't think he is capable enough to get us out of this league. He can't pass, he can't defend on the floor, he can only defend in the air in my opinion. And we saw that when the season started, we saw that he couldn't quite defend. They're the only two in there really that I'm baffled by. Everyone else I agree to keep at the club. Definitely Shamanga, definitely Williams, King, definitely Khan, definitely Oyeleka. Maybe Danny Rowe needs to go. We'll find out what's happening with this injury that we still don't know about. Right then, let's have a look at the release list that are going to be leaving the club in the summer. Curtis Weston, Nathan Tyson, Kwasi Asante, Calvin Miller, Lawrence Maguire, Gavin Gunning, Fraser Kerr, Melvin Minter, Hayden Hollis, Joe Rowley, Stefan Payne and Alex Whittle. So I'm going to read out the ones I don't agree with, which is Maguire, Gunning and Whittle. How has Maguire been transfer listed and how has Cook decided to let Will go? The two that I just don't understand out of all of these players, I just don't get why they've both been released by the club. I don't understand it. Yet he's gone and offered Denton a new contract. Makes no sense. Let me actually read out to you the players that have been offered a new deal. That is Luke Kroll, Tom Denton, Jim Kellerman and Jack McCourt. George Carlin and Hayden Hollis have been offered to stay at the club. They both have long-term injuries. Also says here, Asante, Gunning, Maguire and Miller have all been available for transfer. Agree with Asante and Miller. Miller was poor this season. I'm sorry. When he got that red card against Southend, I thought that hit him. I thought that hit a nerve in him. And ever since, he just hasn't been the same. You could say, oh, he had 2 good games in the playoffs. He was pants throughout the season. He was awful. Yeah, he's not good enough for this football club, and I can see why Notts County released him, and I can see why Chesterfield released him. And Asante, ever since his injury, again, just not good enough. Slow, terrible at shooting. I just feel like there's a million better strikers out there than Asante. And Gunning, this one I can understand why he's put him on the transfer list, but at the same time, it does baffle me how easy Cook just lets him go. He has the potential. I think it's just the fact that he gets injured way too often. Someone's pointed out here, Minter gone, Wharton to Sheffield United. I hope he's going to buy a backup keeper. Totally agree with him, if I have to be honest. I back Loach. I think he's a decent keeper. We just need that sub-goalkeeper now. I don't know whether he's got one in the academy or something like that. But yeah, it's a bit confusing how Minter and Dylan Wharton going obviously to Sheffield United. How they've both just been released like that. I don't think Minter had the playing time he necessarily wanted. However, he wasn't we already bought a keeper before him, so I guess we only signed him for a backup, I guess. That's it for the retain list. I want to say thank you to every single one of them players. Oh, I forgot about Curtis Weston. Let me just point it out on him. I think he should go. I think he's getting a bit old as well. I think he's going to retire soon, personally, Curtis Weston. He's one of them sort of players where he could play poorly and say get out of this football club. You realise how important Weston is to this football club. Not necessarily Weston himself, but a player like Weston, that CDM role. That's it from the retain list. Let's have a little look at the new kits. If you would have seen some of my last videos, I've already done a review on this, but I'm going to do it for a video now. Home one I really like, in my opinion. Maybe it could add a little bit of white on it to make it look a bit better, but I do definitely think it is better than last season's. I did not like last season's at all. And on the away one, this is where I have my criticism. What is that colour, man? I just don't like it at all. I just don't think green on Chesterfield looks good, in my opinion. And also, in the picture that is displayed on your screen right now, it doesn't even look green. It looks more teal. It looks more like a mix with green and blue. It doesn't look green. However, the home one I will definitely be buying. I haven't actually bought a home one for last season. We just didn't get the money and there wasn't one in my size. However, I will definitely be trying my best to get a home one this season. Anyway guys, that's all from me. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the second channel as well. Make sure to subscribe to the main channel. However, that's it from me. See you all soon. Goodbye guys. Have a good day.